tonight for Liverpool. And I think you have to first of all look at the lineup that was picked. It wasn't Liverpool's strongest team by any stretch. Szoboszlai, Salah, Robertson, Diaz, Jota all on the bench. Jota just returning from injury, so I do understand that. But the rest of them starting weren't good enough. They were sticky on the ball. There wasn't the flow. They couldn't settle. But I want to give a lot of credit there to Atalanta. Atalanta, I think, probably felt a little bit disrespected. They've got a couple of their best defenders missing through injury, etc. And Liverpool not picking their best team in a quarterfinal of a big European competition. But they went out there and they defended resolutely. They had a really good, solid bank in the middle of sort of 3 centre-backs, 4 midfield players. And they made it really difficult for Liverpool to get in between their lines. And they countered so bravely because they countered with numbers. And I know Kelleher made an error leading to the first goal. A well-worked goal. It was an average shot from Scamacca, and it was an error for him. But Kelleher really and truly kept Liverpool in this game with early saves just before halftime, saves in the second half as well. So although he'll get a bit of criticism for that one ball that went underneath him, he was very, very busy tonight indeed. They had a lot of good attempts on goal. But Scamacca puts them 1-0 up. And then just before halftime, I mean, they really should have gone 2-0 up before half-time, and you're thinking Liverpool are going to come out, they're going to get a rocket up their backside, they're going to have Jurgen Klopp absolutely give them the hairdryer treatment. I really felt as though they were going to be blown away. Genuinely, I honestly thought to myself, 110%, they're going to come out and blow them away in the second half. And the first 15 minutes, maybe even 20 minutes, and by the way, the substitutions were made. Salah was on the pitch, Szoboszlai on the pitch, Robertson on the pitch. Atalanta was still the better team for me. Now, they didn't have the majority of the ball. That doesn't mean you're not the better team. They looked more dangerous, they looked more potent, and Liverpool didn't look like scoring. And then the second goal. Now, the level of scrutiny about this goal, and I want to make sure I pronounce the gentleman's name right. I think it's Charles de Catalia, I think is how you pronounce it. Young Belgian player. Played onside by Konate. This happens. Scamacca then it's almost like he was walking. Konate and Joe Gomez turn around. What are they waiting for the flag, waiting for a bus, waiting for the kettle to boil? No idea. They just watched Scamacca stroll into the box, tap it into the bottom corner and go 2-0. I couldn't believe what I was watching. Now, I've seen bad defending before in my life, but it wasn't even bad defending. It was like, did they hear a whistle? What happened? Why did they stop playing football and allow that second? I mean, check the betting apps. Genuinely, it was that bad. And then they nearly get an equalizer, but Mo Salah run offside. He didn't need to be offside. I have no idea. He's looking at the line. He's looking at the line and he's running offside. Should have been 2-1. Could have held his run. If he holds his run, he scores that goal most likely. Well, he finished the chance. And then it's game on. But that didn't happen. And then Szoboszlai, who this has to go down as one of the worst cameo, one of the worst substitute appearances in the history of Liverpool Football Club, comes on, playing football in his own half, which is a no-no at times, gets caught in possession. And Scamacca, who, listen, he got ridiculed in the Premier League at West Ham. He was poor. He's recently been criticised by the Italian FA, dropped from the Italian squad. But he was impeccable in front of goal tonight. And I thought he was really intelligent and really clever when it came to the goal because he sort of fakes the shot. And I was thinking, don't shoot from there. I wanted the third. Don't shoot from there. And what a delightful ball on the inside to, I believe, Emerson. I want to say it was, it might have been Edison, sorry. And I don't know all the players at Atalanta. I've never professed to be a connoisseur of all things football. And it was well saved by Kelleher. Then the sort of tap in there put in by the ex-Chelsea man. And it was 3-0. And you're looking at Liverpool and you're thinking to yourselves, how has this happened? How has this been done? The party is ending. And it is ending. You ever been to one of those house parties? It starts off amazing. Everyone's in a good mood. But it's getting close to the end of the night. And suddenly you've got a punch-up happening over there between two brothers. Someone's wife's been sick on the floor. Some geezer's naked and they've painted on his face. Then the police arrive. And then the people that actually own the house come home and everyone gets in trouble. This is what's happening to the farewell party for Klopp. They put it on Facebook and loads of strangers are turning up. Will they? Will they turn it round or not? Let me know your thoughts and feelings below. But tonight was an embarrassment. It was an embarrassment. And I mean this with no disrespect to Atalanta. 10 defeats in the league this year. 6 in Serie A, which I don't believe is as strong as the Premier League. I don't, overall. They're up against a team that's second, but the same amount of points as the team that's top. A team that has been brilliant this year. A team with the best manager in the world. A team that I am going to hazard a guess here spends at least £200 to £300 million a year more on its salary and bonuses. Much bigger transfer kitty. They didn't get beat. They got pounded, they got sliced, and they got diced. And I want to get your thoughts and I want to get your feelings on that tonight. I'm not going to 100% write Liverpool off. I'm not going to 100% do it because it's Liverpool and it's a European night. And we've seen Liverpool do madnesses. We've seen them produce greatness before in European competitions. But what they have to go and produce away from home has to be one of their greatest nights in European football ever. It has to be one of their greatest nights ever. And sandwiched in the middle of big Premier League games in a title race, are they going to be able to do it? I don't know. I want your views and I want your opinions below in the comments section, people. Gav here says, I've not checked the news. Are there storms? A volcano? Heard a farewell tour had been grounded. I panicked then. I thought there'd actually been a hurricane or something. Trent Alexander-Arnold, City scored 3, but our 3-0 loss means more. I don't understand what you mean. No chance in hell Liverpool are winning the Prem. Listen, if they defend like that in 2 or 3 more games, and listen, everyone was predicting Arsenal's collapse in April. That could still come. But so far, with the draw against a rubbish team like Man United, battered tonight, it's not gone very well. Not gone very well for Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool. Klopp underestimated Atalanta putting out that squad. I don't know if he underestimated them. I think he prioritized the weekend's game against Crystal Palace. I do think, if I was Gasparini, I would be using that. I'd be saying they disrespect us. They don't honor us. They think we're easy. I'd be pumping that into the man's ears 110%. I would. 110%. You'd be pumping that into their ears because why would you not? You'd want to motivate your players. I don't think it was disrespect per se to Atalanta. Atalanta may have felt disrespected, but I think it was more sort of prioritizing what they're focusing on. The problem is when Klopp, the season where Klopp nearly won the quadruple, he didn't really prioritize per se. He just he tried to win every game. Maybe tonight was a little bit like the Klopp before, where he goes to that league and the big trophies and leaves other ones lacking somewhat, maybe. But I'd love to get your thoughts on that. So I'm just sending a link out to someone for the show's asked for it. Apologies, people. If Liverpool go trophyless, will Trent? Well, they're not trophyless. They've won a trophy this year. Let's not play down the Carabao Cup. But will Trent and VVD and co leave? No, not this summer. I don't think there'll be a mass exodus if they don't win this trophy. Never thought Liverpool would lose a game. Their home record is so impeccable. It rarely happens. But a battering like this, geez. Rare good feeling as a Chelsea fan this season. I hear ya. That 5th place Champions League spot for the Prem teams is looking iffy. If they rest our first team, we can rest our first team for the Europa. Listen, it is West Ham losing tonight. Liverpool lost. Arsenal drew. City drew. There was a feeling that only if 1 or 2 of the teams won their first leg games this round, especially as Liverpool are up against an Italian team who I think we're fighting with for that 5th place as a league. Not that Liverpool are fighting for it, not that they care, not that Arsenal care about it. But it probably has damaged the coefficient somewhat, which puts a little bit more jeopardy on Villa and Spurs' games this weekend as well, which is just good for the Premier League from an entertainment perspective. It really is. Look, I'm going to bring out the panel now. We've got Tom Little. We've got Man Like G, we've got Sam, we've got Dio, we've got Strasbourg Steve ready to come on and have their say. Any questions, send in your super chats. But Liverpool fans, how are you feeling? Remember to check out our sponsors, though, before you do anything. NordVPN. One, you've got to be protected online, 100%. You've got to be. If you're using the internet without NordVPN, forget any other VPN provider, NordVPN, your personal data, your bank cards, your debit card details. All of that is up for grabs from hackers. But even more importantly, your internet history isn't gone just because you wipe it off your phone. Your broadband provider knows everything you do, everything you look at. If you don't pay your broadband bill, people can check it out. With a VPN, it clears it. No one can see anything that you're doing. I like that. Not that I'm up to any nonsense, any madnesses, but I just don't like people prying on what I'm doing. I like my privacy, just as I think most of you do. So get signed up to NordVPN. I'll give you 4 months for free as well. Scan that QR code on the screen or click the link in the description below at the end of the show and go and get yourself signed up and protect yourself. It's so important. Just go onto the website at the very least and read about how important it is. I cannot advocate it enough. Time for